And hello and welcome to Agile World. This is number 21 and we've got some breaking, panicking. Sabrina's been on the phone to Karl, panicking like anything. We've got a problem. Go for it, Karl.
And so Karl's response is, don't worry, I can break it more, except this time I didn't. Okay, so what's happened is, so we have this Fiesta event on the 28th of February. And we want to celebrate what we've done in February and what we've learned, what we've wish we hadn't learned, and all of the in between. And so sign-ups are open. I think the digital room can hold 600 people, which is impressive. So please come along. The problem is, and I'm not sure if it's something to do with Meetup's prior crash, but the listing for the event in Meetup site, that's not the actual page itself. The Meetup is there, but the actual listing in the whole list for the Meetup group is vanished.
So if you go to the Agile World video that was posted this morning, which was yesterday, the link is actually there. You can click on the link and you can sign up and join there and then. But if you're currently looking through the calendar view on Meetup, it's not showing.
The list view, the calendar view doesn't show anything at all.
Well, don't go to calendar, the list view. If you go to the Agile20 Reflect calendar, it's in there. You click the link, it will take you to it. But currently in Meetup, it's not showing in our list view for the 20.
So I did a brief look on Google's, the University of Google, and I couldn't see anyone that's had the same problem. So if anyone knows how to fix it, or anyone knows anyone at Meetup, that would be great. Let us know what to do. We are willing to sacrifice Yusef to the gods of Meetup just to get it working.
Yusef is our offering.
Yeah, I'm happy to be sacrificed to Meetup just to get this working. That's what my role is. That's what my role is.
So please, Meetup will be tagging you in this. Please get in contact with us. Either direct message us on LinkedIn or any of the channels, or drop a message. We'll be keeping an eye on it. We'll try and contact you directly.
Or anyone that's come across the same problem before that runs a Meetup with hundreds of events in it, which we might be unique in that aspect, I think.
We do believe we possibly may have had a link of breaking Meetup recently.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Absolutely not. We did. It's Meetup is a massive ecosystem.
Reversing.
Now I'm going to have to do some editing.
This is not the confession you're looking for. This is a different confession altogether.
No, this is a different confession. I need the no confessions that have legal implications, please.
Righty then, let's just.
It was us who broke it. Come on, let's just admit it.
Nah, we're not that big.
I think we may have been a contributing factor.
They're obviously busy at this time of year at the moment with everything. We're just adding to it. That's all. So, Karl, don't you disappear off camera while this is going on.
I have to. My bandwidth's dropped again.
Okay, we'll let you off. So, anyway, that's our big news. We've got the wonderful Yusuf, our awesome.
Yay!
Joining us today, and maybe if we're lucky we may have another joiner. We just decided to allow that person just to pop in when they're available, so there might be 4 of us today, hopefully. If not, we will publicly post that this person did not turn up.
That's mean.
What, for the second time running? Oh, we love this person. We love the person,
and obviously we don't want to damage the brand and see ourselves in court.
Oh, no. So, how's it going, Yusuf? What have you been up to?
I'm getting worried about all this talk of courts here today. I was fine till I showed up with you two.
We need to start the recording again, guys.
No. No, it's going really well. I'm very. How can I put this? This month seems. I'm trying to figure out where the month went.
It went that way behind us.
Yeah, it's
really quickly.
On the way to the legal arena, I think. No, so I'm doing really well, thank you. Just super busy, trying to attend some events. Did one, couldn't do the other one. Just too insanely busy. Playing a bit of a sweeper role at the moment, catching some stuff which is going on in the background. and just looking forward to the last week and all the other stuff we're going to talk about as we go through for the next X minutes before the police come and arrest you two.
It is an exciting week, but it's also an extremely sad week, but it is an exciting week as well. So you've been in the background with us being busy bees on doing our stuff we do in Agile20 Reflect in the background, helping out with events. And is there any particular events that you have been to recently that you would just say like absolutely amazing, blown away?
Yes. There's been a few events where I've gone, oh, I didn't actually understand that about Agile, or I didn't understand that about this particular thing, or isn't that an amazing application? But there was one event where completely unexpected. It was yesterday morning, and it was an event called The Power of Gratitude. And I know it's been done 3 times this month, and it was really early, and I was just having my coffee in the morning. I thought, okay, I'll just drop in to see what's going on. And it was a proposal that the more grateful we are, the more we show gratitude for the things we have or for the people around us, the more it comes back to us. And you like look at it for the first time, you go, this is no, not really. It really shifted something in my head from yesterday, and I would say that that's probably the one which I'll never forget that event, to be honest.
It's one of those events that is constantly being asked to be repeated because it is that good.
Yeah.
And every time you could actually go all 3 times that's been hosted, because it's still different every time, because it does link with the people who are attending. It links with those emotions, it links with what's going on. And it is one of those repeatable events that you could go to. So, hey, Shelby.
Shelby.
Hey, Kyle, sorry.
So this is not the person you were talking about earlier. This is someone else that's turned up.
Hi.
No. I did say at the beginning of the video, I did turn around and say that someone should be popping in and turning up, but if they don't, I'll publicly say that they should have turned up, but they didn't.
And I said that we wouldn't want to rep the brand of this person. So, but you're not that person. You're someone else.
No, you know.
They haven't told you the worst of it, Shelby. They've been dropping us in legal jeopardy, and they're looking for a patsy, and you've turned up. That's the third element of it.
I'm taking the 5th.
You're taking the 5th what?
Or whatever. I don't know, whatever it is.
We can't take the 5th in the UK because we don't have a...
Listen, I'll take whatever comes my way today. Oh, no, I'm so sorry to drop in. Yes, it's like that. Hi.
Well, no, we're glad that you dropped in. Thank you very much. So we just asked Yusuf, has there been any particular events that have really taken you back? Has anything that you've kind of sat back and gone, whoa, this is amazing, this is different, this is something I never thought about?
Well, actually, those 2 events. So the first one I was kind of hoping, and maybe it was a different train of thought that I had in my head, was the fashion one. I was expecting to jump in there and see Karl in like some really funky suit. Jumper,
I was wearing a black cashmere jumper. I mean,
to be really with a fashion, and I kind of made my assumption that we were talking about how Agile sits in the fashion industry, and then I got on there, and Karl, the point I joined was about 10 minutes later, but Karl was talking about brand and personal brand, and kind of resonated with me, because we are, we're quick to pick up with lots of different frameworks and techniques and things that are in our world, but actually sometimes we don't take it back to our personal brand and what type of Agileist we want to be, and what that brand comes to. So that kind of really sat really well with me, and I kind of ties nicely into the personal agility that's probably on this evening. Just to try to understand more sort of around that dynamic, that actually it's really good for us as coaches to do this, but actually, do we do it? Is it us? Do we, if we sprout about that we live in this realm and we've lived in it for so long, and my famous, and it's a saying that I say to people, it's my vocation and I love it, but actually, is it? And so those questions and those talks I've been to have made me question that, and then to say, well, am I living to the brand that I keep on saying that I am? So there's that. And then the other one that's really highlighted to me is the ethics talk that I went with to SAF. I thought that was just mind-blowing in many different contexts, in many different realms. you know, the fundamentals of let's get this right, you know. And if you do, you know, we can hark back and talk to 17 individuals, mostly men. Obviously, I'm championing the women's banner. It goes a bit further than that. It goes to person, not only, I suppose it has to tie them with the personal agility. Yeah, sorry, I'm jumping, just connected the two. You know, it ties in. There's ethics that we stand and live by. Are the, again, the ethics, are they there in the industry that we work in the frameworks that we teach, through to our own personal ethics, our ethics of how we coach and teach and mentor or consult, and then interact with everybody else. So how do we do this as a bunch of trustees? Yeah, so they have been my two that have really stuck out to me this week.
It's been one massive learning curve.
Yeah.
I try and think back to mid-January when we were all together and we're thinking, how is this actually going to work? And in my head, it's better than I thought it could be, but it's also very different to what I had it in my mindset. And it's been busy, but that it's a really weird one. It's exhausting, but exciting, exhausting. You don't want to stop. You almost have to force yourself to stop. I'm actually looking forward to in March that there's been a lot that unfortunately due to work commitments and obviously doing other things, I haven't been able to go to as many, but I've actually got like a massive, the list is growing to all the ones I weren't able to attend that I'm literally going to binge watch. I'm not binge watching all these, not going to say any names of all these platforms we've got with movies. I'm binge watching Agile20 Reflect Archive.
Yeah,
that's going to be my month of March.
We can just hope that the people have submitted their films then, because if you're expecting to get there and find them, I think you're going to be quite surprised. We're getting about 1 in 10.
Mine's gone up
at the moment.
I'm on the good list. Mine went up. I posted my first one last week. I've got another one to go. I got a Thursday one now. I'll pop that in straight after.
You do that, young lady.
Yes,
well,
Karl,
no,
it's
it's just you know, I kind of helped set up some of how it works. I'm not involved anymore, but it's really important because it's a point in time, and I doubt we'll ever see this again in this way. So
you've got people like me that is literally just been waiting for the archiving, because I haven't had, and there's going to be lots of people that's gone through the calendar and due to work commitments and other things they're doing, haven't been able to. And like myself, I'm quite literally raring for March to be able to start binge watching and sit there and watch this stuff. So yeah, I do hope everyone does. Don't let me down. I've had enough stress today. Don't put any more on me.
Well, it's
meet up for this one.
What we need is Yusuf just to narrate slowly and calmly throughout all of them, like put a narration. He's got like this voice that we can use for books.
No, I'll say one thing about the archive. I mean, I've spoken to a couple of people, and what they've said is, one, they've gone, we didn't know, which I think that's down to us. Then we need to publicize more. People come on, send your stuff in. Some people have obviously decided not to send it in, and I don't know why it is. So if for any reason you think there's a reason you don't want to send it in, please just contact us. This is going to be an open source archive. There's no, we're not taking any money from it. There's nothing like that. It's purely, as Karl says, a point in history. The third thing I would say is this: it'd be really interesting to see if there's a pattern behind the people who don't send it in. That's something else.
Yeah. I mean, if there's anything, you're right. If there's anything that we can do to make you feel more comfortable about it.
So there's no reason, and this is the thing I did come across, there's no reason why you can't publish it yourself as well. So if you want to publish it against your business or your organization that's set it up, your own meetup, we're not trying to take away from what you have accomplished. We're trying to amplify it. And by it being in this archive, now everyone looks at it and go, it was in YouTube. Well, the YouTube is not the archive. The YouTube is the collation area where we're collating the materials that are videos, and it may well be the final serving location for the archive. The archive is likely to be located in multiple places across the globe because we want to make it accessible to everyone on the planet and not just people who can access American tech systems.
Mm-hmm.
So I think think much bigger than my one video. It's your one video as part of a new global movement towards a community of Agilists.
Yeah.
And towards serving a greater humanity that needs Agile. I mean, we're not just doing this for the sake of getting paid on a daily rate or on a monthly rate. This is actually something that can fundamentally change how the course of humanity is. And that's what we're asking people to be involved in through the archive.
And to be part of like a time capsule, because it is part of a time capsule. We started a celebration off celebrating 20 years of the manifesto. We've ended up creating something even better, but it is part of our time capsule. I mean, I'd be quite excited to kind of look back in about 10 years time and go, not just look back on myself and the stuff that I've done, but look back on everyone else and kind of almost catch up and go, well, where are you guys now? What have you done? How has this changed? Because it has had a huge effect on everyone's lives. It's had an effect on everyone's career, their life, their way of thinking. What within Agile20 Reflect and the people outside have been able to do is unbelievable. We've broken things without saying names. Otherwise, Karl cut me out.
No, it's okay. I'm going to leave it all of the previous end. Your names against the various statements. So
blame Sabrina on everything.
Thank you, Mrs. Scapegoat.
That's all right. It's easy to go on Depot and change your name.
We'll hunt you down.
I'm not normally one who's materialistic, but I will say one thing. A couple of people have also said to me that just by doing their talks, they're getting more contacts from recruiters. And
yeah.
I'll just emphasize to everybody, if you've got a talk or video, please send it in. That will get you publicity. So the two ends are this, that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the other thing that I've had to do as part of some of the videos didn't name who the speakers were. So I've got into LinkedIn and found their names, put their names into the archive and put in the URLs from LinkedIn. So people will get traffic onto their business profiles because of it. And that's fair enough. I mean, we all have life slightly outside of Agile, although according to Shelby, we should all be totally in Agile the whole time. But we will find out how to do that tonight at her talk.
as well. Listen as well. I'm still ready to talk about this book that we're going to write about how to Kanban my husband.
So, yes, I really want to publish that for you. So
we still need that conversation, Karl.
Well, I have a bit of availability in March suddenly. So
I think I'm free in March, maybe. Yeah, no, but I've always been lucky. I think when I fell in love with Agile, I was taught so well by so many people, and so many people influenced me that it kind of fell over into my life.
Mm-hmm.
And by default, it fell into my life because some of the things that you just intrinsically do in your life, you do with Agile and the teaching of it and speaking about it and being involved in the community. I think, that's why I think it belongs in my life, if that makes sense.
So I think the interesting thing is like when I first started going to France as like a 10-year-old, I have experiences that are France. I don't actually know how to articulate them as Breton.
Yeah.
And the same is true of Agile. I have Agile experiences that are, and it's full of Agile jargon. And I have to think really hard how to convert that into English.
Totally.
Well, my husband takes credit for my career because he was saying to me when I first met him, you should look at this, look at Agile, look at this. It really would mold with you and your personality, but with your actual beliefs. And he kept saying, look at it. And I kept going, nah, I'm all right. Nah, it's fine. And then he goes, just let me show you it. I'm like, oh, okay, then come on in, show me what it is. And I said, love. And to this day, he can take credit for my actual career because he said, I told you would enjoy it. I told you it wouldn't even be like a job.
It's the only time they've been right.
He's downstairs.
I'm definitely not getting involved in that one.
This is going to get edited out by the final cut of this video. This little
No. We do. We
this is raw.
The only time I've only edited one piece out of the entire Agile World thing, and that was because I thought it might be hurtful to someone. So apart from that, everything stays in.
We keep it raw and real. What you see, what you get, unless we
Yeah,
get. And we haven't had a complaint yet.
it's been awesome.
But yeah, we do keep it real. What you see is what you get. But you're right. Back to what you said, Yusuf, and Shelby as well. What best part to put on your CV than people to actually physically see who you actually are? At the moment, with the situation we're in at the moment, there's so many jobs out there, so many people going for them, you know, allowing a recruiter to just do a quick Google and actually physically seeing your face and seeing who you are as a person and listening to you and going, actually, this person does have that knowledge and background. There's this, you know, I mean, okay, I'm now thinking actually if a recruiter Googles me.
Sees these, they might think, oh my God, what have I walked into?
You know, it's in our roles in Agile, we're sometimes we are the recruiter, sometimes we are the recruited.
Yeah.
And I did say this before we started doing Agile 20 Reflect, that if large organizations are not involved, they better be will probably be surprised, or people will be surprised when they get asked to interview what did they do at Agile 20 Reflect, to which I am now recruiting 4 people, 4 Agilists. So, and I will be asking them, what do they do at this festival? Because I want to know, you know, I understand you can get certificates, and I know that you can have experience, but I want to understand commitment.
Yes.
There is a flip side, though. There is a flip side. Now, I'm going to be.
Yeah.
Karl, you and I did a talk last week on the red team.
Yeah.
And I got a phone call yesterday from a director of a global organization who said that was amazing. Do you really think we could hire you after seeing what you guys could actually do? It's like they were so scared of the possibility that they could actually be red team that they didn't want to actually put the further.
That blew my mind, that session. I won't lie to you, Karl and Yusuf. I jumped on that. I was a bit late into it, but I jumped onto it and it blew my mind. Hence, that if you look back at the video, you'll see that I asked 400,000,000 questions, and I apologise. I was just so fascinated by it because I just never had seen. You know, you get your standard business, your agile frameworks, but actually the red team perspective, isn't it, is working it back, the problem, work it backwards, and you got the answer, but work it back to see whether you've missed steps and possibilities. I was like, oh.
It's just really helpful to not live in a happy path.
Yeah.
I think you know, we would like to believe in a happy path, but if you don't even know what the unhappy paths may be, you're totally unprepared. And actually, no business and no organization should be totally unprepared. So red teaming is essential for that.
Loved it as well. Loved that. Really loved it.
In terms of happiness, I know that sounds really weird, but that exploration of the darker side of what needs to be done, or the weirder side, actually puts you in a happy place at the end, because you're pretty much covered in most things.
Yeah.
Solving for it.
Is there going to be an opportunity, because it's been so popular, to do it again before the 28th?
What do you think, Karl?
Yes.
I'm up for it. The only thing is I've got this, I think I'm hosting on Thursday evening, but apart from that.
And you guys have got legal lawsuits coming in from Meetup, so
well, you know, it's I'm fine, as Sabrina's got a really busy calendar that way.
I'm now busy for other reasons in March. Oh, good. Freedom of speech.
We'll try and do one this week if we can. We just need to find a slot which we can all get to, really.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be amazing. Even if it was just before the event on the 28th. Just like, obviously not after, because we've got the after party. We all want to be able to have a drink, but yeah, see what you guys do, because it has been so popular. Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah.
We will definitely look at the calendar. So the event on the 28th, what's that, Sabrina? I've looked at Meetup and I couldn't find anything.
There it goes. It's lost.
There's a word in Scotland called BISM, which is what you're being.
Yeah, it's not there. So reiterate for those that may have joined later on or decided to go through the video, hopefully. Yes, it will be there as soon as possible. You will see more advertisement going out. especially because I'm the one who does marketing. So yeah, meetup guys, please help us ASAP before I break.
Sabrina broke the meetup.
And we now have a witness. Thank you.
I was the one who found it, and I put it on the chat groups, and I'm the only one that was like close to tears.
Aww.
And everyone was like, "Yeah, it's all right."
Can I not just mock you then for that, mercilessly? I'll just like mock you in the background.
Well, I think as part of our community policy, I should probably warn you about that, but then I'll step back and record it.
Hey, I'll do it privately. But give you a segue in.
That's it. For the next few days, everyone's going to go, something's missing in the calendar, Sabrina.
Sabrina's
directed to me.
All Sabrina's fault.
Oh.
Says me then, that has a slant on like, you know, GDPR and perspective and legalities and all of that kind of stuff. And then I'm like, yes, let's just mock Sabrina in the background. I don't mind doing that.
Well, I think we could add it to the community policy. I'll just go in it because it is a living document. If I just update it with please do not mock anyone apart from Sabrina, then
what is the event? Do you want to do? Because I've heard bits and pieces, but I haven't quite got my head around what it is on the 28th.
Haven't you heard? You're tap dancing for an hour and a half. It's hilarious.
On the 28th, we've got a huge celebration. It may be the end of the festival, but it's not the end of the community. So we're going to be celebrating what has been achieved, but it's not just our celebration at Agile20 Reflect. It's everyone's. It's our participants, it's our speakers, it's our ambassadors. It's us guys in the background, the trustees, you know, our busy worker bees. It's our own celebration to say, whoa, what have we been able to achieve? What impact have we made? And how can, you know, we want to carry this party on. So yeah, that's what we've called it. So it will be in the calendar. Please go to the Agile20 Reflect calendar and please click on the link and sign up on that meetup group in that way. For the meantime, if you do pick up any issues, please contact us direct because we like to know about these things. And contact Karl, that's Karl.Smith. Contact him direct and he should be able to support you with your IT needs.
Contact Sabrina. She'll take it first and then contact Karl to fix. Oh, I like the fact that we can mock each other as trustees. That just shows, I think that shows the real level that, you know, is people that never knew each other. And then we can come with
solicitors. Can you just hold? I'm just finishing.
Shelby. We just, you know, I think that goes to the point where we've, you know, it's gone past just knowing each other and coming together 6-7 months ago, and we're now so comfortable as human beings that we can just, you know, we mock each other, we can laugh and joke with each other. Nobody else can do it, but we can do it with each other, right? I think
we have a level that's agreed, that we work to the lowest common denominator of our worst selves. No, I think we I think we've just been in this for so long. It's like we have known each other for years.
Yeah,
and we kind of know where the buttons are, and we avoid pushing them.
It's our amazing family, and I wouldn't change you guys for anything.
No.
Well, a case of beer would do.
Right, on that note, thank you very much, everybody. We've ran out of time, and we've also got some items to fix.
Okay.
Multiple times. Right. Thank you, everybody. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop recording. Hi. He's physically left you, so I didn't think you realised it.
Recording. I'm still recording, Shelby.
I'm definitely keeping that bit in.